how was your 2025?
That's an amazing question. Whole year in one answer. Difficult to do that.
Can YouTube be taken as the main source of income or full-time business? Can people think of it?
Otherwise, take risk. Like start as a business point of view, because whatever the business you start in your life, it doesn't mean that it's going to work.
Hmm.
Like many people are registering, right, for the company every year, but every company is not becoming a successful company. Same for YouTube. Invest. Nowadays, it is not something that you have a maybe the small. Maybe you can start with a small microphone or the very just old phone, but
Hmm.
nowadays it's more about quality. People are going to watch your content
Hmm.
if you are able to provide the quality to them, or if you are able to add value in their life. Otherwise, now it's more oversaturated and it's very difficult for you to get a lot of views. It is not 2013, it is 2026 now. So that is something which you need to keep in your mind. And if you want to take risk, do it. Just because it life is all about no risk, no gain,
I
right?
think from
Great.
March, it's going to fly in the air. So you can
Oh wow.
imagine. So no pain, no gain is certainly, he must have taken a great
Mhm.
risk in his life to reach to this level.
Certainly. Yeah.
Yes. So I was happy about him actually. And he was so boldly facing the interview that every question was being answered straightforward. I loved the way he spoke because sometimes, no, we have that complex, that auto driver comes in our mind that I was in my past an auto
Mhm.
driver. I was so and so. I was very common person. And today, if I'm talking about some high-fi position or something, it's not easy to accept that reputation and that fame. When are you thinking to get married? In 2026, are you planning? These days, dating apps are very much
Mhm.
common. So, what do you think? Because now you are at that age that we can discuss this thing. Is really like these kind of apps useful or helpful for selecting the partner, life partner?
This is the mindset these days. Even though I just used a lot of platforms which are
Hmm.
made for practicing English, but
Hmm.
they are also somewhat like dating apps. Like some people go there to talk to girls only. When they hear the voice of girl, they start flirting. That happens.
So, how would you describe a teacher's qualities these days? One message from Ashutosh for English learners. Hello, Ashutosh. Good afternoon and a very happy new year. We are meeting in 2026 for the first time.
Yes, absolutely. So, thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me in 2026. And Happy New Year to you as well. I'm so happy to start this year having conversation with you today. I think it's 5th Jan, right? So, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. I had in my mind that one recording we'll do in 2025 and then one in 2026. But in 2025, at the end, we could not make it. At least in the first week, we are
Mhm.
able to manage. So thank you so much for accepting my invitation and giving me a chance to host you. You are such a professional speaker, I must say, and people are fond, crazy of your accent. Okay, so certainly they are going to learn a lot today. So before I say anything, because most of my
Mhm.
viewers they watch your videos, your channel.
Mhm.
So just in short, in brief, if you can introduce yourself, Ashu.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everybody. This is Ashutosh Dwivedi here. I hail from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh, and it is cold, as you can see from my getup. And about my profession, I am a YouTuber, at the same time, spoken English trainer. I have been helping people to speak better English since 2021. That's all about me. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome introduction, Asutosh. Is it was marvelous, and I think that my audience they know more than what you spoke because some people know they keep on writing in the comment section. Why don't you invite Ashu sir? So I thought let me invite you today. Okay, Ashutosh, I
Oh,
have a couple
thanks.
of questions with me to ask you, but before that, how was your 2025?
That's an amazing question. Whole year in one answer. Difficult to do that. I don't have a lot of words to cover that year, but it was really nice, full of life lessons, I would say. it was not something where I achieved a lot in terms of visible, I mean to say on YouTube, or people were not able to see it. But internally, I learned a lot, I would say, because when you don't get a lot of achievements, you think and rethink again and again, and you try to work on yourself all the time. But
Right.
suppose you are getting views and things are going well in your life, you don't give time to just, go back and think about it. What is something which I can work on? But 2025, for me, it was eye opening. I learned a lot from it. I learned that I need to work on myself, and I'm very serious this year. I'm going to learn a lot. I'm watching content so seriously. I'm observing speakers like Jay Sherry, Harsha Bhogle, Palki Sharma Upadhyay from the beginning of this year, and I want to improve as much as I can, connecting with native speakers too, to improve my way of speaking, articulation. That's what I can do in 2026. But 2025, I made more than 120 videos. I counted one day. So I uploaded 120 plus videos in a year. I don't do that much. Some people have done maybe 300 plus, but I was not able to touch that mark. But I touched like 120. And I'm so happy about myself because I was able to achieve this at least one video in 3 days. That's
Hmm.
so nice, what I feel. Moreover, I focus on learning, and that I did in 2025. So it was a wonderful year overall. That's what I can say.
Wonderful, wonderful. Because 2025 for some it was an amazing year. For me it was this that year taught me to so many lessons, like many harsh lessons I learned in 2025, because my husband was not well and he underwent bypass surgery, so all those things. But still, with each problem we learned something, isn't it? So
Mhm.
it made me a little more courageous. So that is also a kind of learning. Certainly, YouTube is something, if we are doing something for our channel, we want something in return, and that is
Mm.
just in the form of views. If we receive
Mhm.
views, we feel that our work is paying us something. Paying means happiness only we need when we see that this video went well, so we feel so happy. Yes. So now coming
Mhm.
to the second question, can YouTube be taken as the main source of income or full-time business? Can people think of it because
Yeah.
you've been into
Well, I
this?
would start with this
Hmm.
answer, but I wanted to add one thing. Just 2025 was great because just my niece just was born in Jan 2025. Okay, and it was so happy to see her. Just whenever she visits, like it's amazing. Sometimes I do video calls, so it was an amazing thing that to get a baby just in a family. Like we just I'm the youngest in my family, so she's the first now, like to the baby actually, now. So we are enjoying her company all the time. So that is there. Now moving on to the second question, which you asked. Would you mind repeating it again, please?
My question to you was, Ashutosh, that these days every third person is a YouTuber. I feel so. But and my question to you was that, can YouTube be the main source of income? Can we keep it as a, can we think this YouTube work as a full-time business?
Mm. It's a very complex question. I would say I don't want to demotivate people by saying that don't start YouTube in 2026. Do it if you have this courage. If you have the ability to stand out, for
Hmm.
sure, go for it. But in my perception, I don't want to make it as the first income, or just first primary profession for myself, because I know uh, right now it's not working well. And even though after reaching on a certain level also, you don't know that people would watch your content or not, right? It's like a fashion which comes and which goes. I know many YouTubers who were getting a lot of views in the past, but now they are not able to get a lot of views after having 4 lakh, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, or million subscribers as well. They are struggling to get views. So something, think twice before starting it. But it is something like, if you want to learn something, it's the best place to learn as a creator, either as a consumer, whatever you are. If you like watching videos, do it as much as you can. But if you like creating content, suppose you want to create content to improve yourself, sorts of, that is the best place. Like YouTube is the one of the best places, even though I learned from YouTube, because I have uploaded more than 500 videos over there, and I'm able to become better because I was open to critics, I was open to comments, I get a lot of comments. They taught me a lot, right? So that is that. But in terms of salary, to be honest, you should think a lot about it. It is not something you are going to get 50K or 60K or 1 lakh rupees. If you're thinking in a month or just in a year, that is not going to happen. Maybe it can happen. It is something which can be like boom, or just you can get a lot, but it is not something which is happening to every single person. Not happening to me personally. That's what I can say because I know about my YouTube analytics, but maybe others are getting benefits of it. Happy for them. But for me, it's not working in that way. And so that's why my first profession is to teach and train people directly. So don't be dependent on YouTube. Rather, go for the indirect income. Maybe any business if you can do parallelly, or suppose if you can teach students, or you can start anything which can help you to get customers from YouTube, that is going to be good, I would say.
Very well explained. Wonderful explanation, Ashutosh. Yes, it's
Thank
certainly
you.
going to help the others, those who are still thinking to start their YouTube channel. YouTube channel, I feel either if you have started just for fun, that's perfectly fine. And people are receiving money. I don't say that for them it's working, but how long it's going to work, it's really unpredictable for anybody and for everyone. So just for fun or for secondary hustle, if you have started or you are planning to start, that's fine, because I also started after my retirement. And
Mhm.
I see that once there was a time when lots of views were coming, lots of subscribers were no watching my channel, and they were writing much of comments, that I also had greater enthusiasm to work for my channel. Gradually, what happens? The energy level, it becomes mundane at times. Like every day, I'm doing the same. What am I doing? Connecting with people, receiving someone's email, talking, then editing, uploading. At times, we feel that something else is required in life, and especially life, like when I talk about me, a retired person. So then, certainly, I have the other responsibilities, but still I enjoy. What I enjoy is, like as you
Mm.
said, that we should have the secondary thing. So I have students, so that is
Mhm.
actually the boon which we have got from this YouTube. So if YouTube is not paying directly, at least indirectly it's paying us a lot. Okay, so you can
Exactly.
start, but not keeping in mind, as you said, the first income. Yes.
Or otherwise take risk. Like start as a business point of view, because whatever the business you start in your life, it doesn't mean that it's going to work.
Hmm.
Like many people are registering right for the company every year, but every company is not becoming a successful company. Same for YouTube. Invest nowadays, it is not something that you have a, maybe the small, maybe you can start with a small microphone or the very just old phone, but
Hmm.
nowadays it's more about quality. People are going to watch your content
Hmm.
if you are able to provide the quality to them, or if you are able to add value in their life. Otherwise, now it's more oversaturated and it's very difficult for you to get a lot of views. It is not 2013, it is 2026 now. So that is something which you need to keep in your mind. And if you want to take risk, do it. Just, because it life is all about no risk, no gain, right? And I was watching one of the videos of Palki Sharma Upadhyay where she shared the data, the fact that there are a lot of Indian content creators who are not getting more than 15 or 20,000 rupees per month. Most of them are just stuck in that 15 to 20K. Even though if I would talk about 1% or 2%, people are getting good money out of it. Otherwise, most of them are getting just some of them, most of us like struggling to complete $100. That is the reality. And you can convert $100 into Indian rupees. That is like 9,000 nowadays, because the dollar is like, very expensive in terms of Indian currency now. Otherwise, it is almost 8,000 naturally, like $100. That is there. So means 8,000 rupees or the $100 is not sufficient. It can only pay your bills. Either you, if you are living in a flat, you can pay for it, or if you are living in a house like I live in, you can pay for food and you can pay for the place where you are living. That's it. Not more than enough. But yeah, you can work something else. If you have a growth, then go for it.
Yes, so we can keep it as a second hustle at least, side hustle at least, okay? And as you said, no pain and no gain. So I remember you are from Kanpur. Yesterday only I was watching one of the interviews where from Kanpur, an auto driver turns into somewhere in aviation, the Shankh Airlines. Have you heard about that fellow?
No, I'm not very much into news and I don't go through
You
it
know,
a lot.
yesterday I was just watching that he was back then in his young age. Still, he is below 40, but still he was
Mhm,
auto driver. Then he started the other businesses like maybe cement and then Saria and all these things. And today he has
mhm.
400 trucks running on the roads, and he has a great deal with Narendra Modi ji about his own aviation airlines that is called Shankh Airlines. Okay, he's from, and I think from March
Great.
it's going to fly in the air. So you can
Oh, wow.
imagine. So no pain, no gain is certainly, he must have taken a great
Mhm.
risk in his life to reach to this level, isn't it?
Certainly. Yeah.
Yes. So I was happy about him actually. And he was so boldly facing the interview that every question was being answered straightforward. I loved the way he spoke because sometimes, no, we have that complex, that auto driver comes in our mind that I was in my past an auto
Mhm,
driver. I was so and so. I was very common person. And today, if I'm talking about some high-fi position or something, it's not easy to accept that reputation and that fame. But he was very normal and so well he was answering. I was happy and I thought yesterday itself, oh, tomorrow I'm going to connect with Ashu and he's from Kanpur. His name is, I'm forgetting, some Vishwakarma. So
okay.
I liked it.
Mhm.
Okay. So yes. Okay, you said that in 2025 January you are blessed with your sister's daughter. I mean you became mama.
Yes.
You became
Niece.
mama.
Yes, maternal uncle. Mhm.
Yes. All right. So you enjoyed that. When are you thinking about your own family? When are you thinking to get married? In 2026, are you planning?
Not really. I want to take time or I want to work on myself prior to that. And that is something which you can't plan, right? That comes your way because I'm not in a relationship or I don't want to go for a love marriage. So it would be arranged marriage. So I can't tell you like when I'm going to get married, but at this time, I'm not prepared. I'm not ready, I would say, because I want to work on myself a lot and I want to sound completely like international speaker or a wonderful and amazing speaker. I want to reach on a different level. I'm working hard for it, so I'll take time. But I'm not sure when it is going to take place. Yeah,
May God bless you. Whatever you expect from your life, may God.
enjoying my own company at this moment. That's what I can say.
So good, so good, so good to hear from you. Now, I was thinking maybe you have some plan in 2026 to change your life, and from one you become two, then better you can think and you can plan something. But it's fine, it's fine. Always, I
Mhm.
mean, we should take time because it's one time decision. Okay, so it's always
Mm.
good to decide well, take time. Let your parents also decide for you, and then you also decide nicely, and then you go into this married
Mhm.
life. Okay, so
Right.
from marriage, I want to ask you one thing. These days, dating apps are very much
Mhm.
common in back
Mm.
in our life. We did not hear these kind of things, matrimonial apps and dating apps. So what do you think, because now you are at that age that we can discuss this thing, is really like these kind of apps, if we talk about dating apps, are useful or helpful for selecting the partner, life partner?
First of all, dating, I think this is the mindset these days. Even though I just used a lot of platforms which
Mm.
are made for practicing English, but
Mm.
they are also somewhat like dating apps. Like some people go there to talk to girls only. When they hear the voice of girl, they start flirting. That happens. That's very common on these platforms, which is not good, and I don't feel very good about it. And the second point, as you talked about the dating apps,
Hmm.
it's very difficult to trust on those people because you don't know the reality, actually what is real, because you know only whatever they are telling about themselves. You don't know background, like what is right, what is wrong. Suppose if somebody is telling me that he's a banker, I have to believe that he's a banker, right? And suppose he's telling he's living in another state, how will I do inquiry and how would I come to know is it real or not? Suppose he is telling his friends and telling me to talk to them, and he is also ready giving money to them that tell him that he's a banker, that maybe I will accept him, right? But who knows that is real or not? First point. And second point is it's very difficult to find true and genuine people over those platforms. Okay. These dating apps I'm talking about first. So that is very difficult for me to accept it. Maybe for some people it works. Some people are taking again risk, as you talked about. No risk, no gain. Some people are struggling to get partners in their real life, right? And so that's why they are ready to take risk. They want someone to be there for them. And some people get it. Some people get good people over there. It doesn't mean that everybody is fake or everybody is just cunning and the clever, or they want to just loot you. No, it's not like that. Few people are there who are genuine, but most of them are just doing time pass. First point. Second thing, they have different intentions. Okay, so it's very difficult to find a real guy there. If you talk about the matrimonial applications, I tried them, not for myself, for my sister.
Mhm.
But again, I found that trust issue again. That somebody is writing the salary 10 LPA or 20 LPA or the very big business. But how should I know that is it right or wrong? Okay. I first after that also I do need to do a lot of checkup, right? I need to go to Rajasthan, I need to go to Gujarat, then I need to ask people there, and then I need to confirm that is it right or not. So it's very difficult to find right people over there. So I was finding people over there, as I talked about finding for the
Hmm.
groom for my sister, but later I stopped using all those platforms because people were like, I said you are from Rajasthan, and I am not looking for a groom in Rajasthan. He said, "No, man, I will come to Kanpur." And I said, like, are you crazy, man? You are a businessman. You're living in Rajasthan. You will leave everything and come to Kanpur for just your marriage with my sister, right? So see the desperation, what it shows. Men's like you're not stable. You can go anywhere. I don't know like how people can believe on that. So I used that. I talked to a lot of people. I used to get a lot of calls from all those platforms too, but then I stopped using it, and later I realized, and later I just thought, no, it's not the right way to find people over there. Better go for this, whatever it is happening in the society, that people tell you about someone, and then go there and ask like what is the reality, meet them, talk to them. Then also things are not real. I have seen many grooms for my sister, and when I go there they tell like he's working in a restaurant, and when I go there I find no restaurant there. Whatever the name told us, they told us, I went to that place, I went for the location, and didn't find even a single restaurant with that name. So that is happening, even though in real life, the people who are telling you about this, okay, what can you believe about these platforms? Okay, so that is there. So I don't really think a lot about it. But when people are fed up and they are not getting partners and they want to get married because their life is not going well or whatever it is, then they try these options, and it's fine. You can try as well, but be careful. Be actually alert. Try to do a lot of research on it. Then you can go for it for sure.
So true, so true. It's an eye-opening response from your end because I also once Shadi.com and one of Bharat Matrimony, something like
Bharat
that.
Matrimony.
Yes, when
Yes,
my daughter was
jeevansathi.com.
Jivansathi.com, yes. So two of them, these applications I used for my daughter's marriage. I also could not
Hmm.
get like partner where I was satisfied that yes, I can marry my daughter with this boy. Or I mean,
Hmm.
they can write anything in their resume. You have to just trust
Mm.
and believe first thing. And if you have to
Mhm.
really check it, it means you have to be very keen observer, and then you go to his place, his office, and all these things. It's very difficult. The traditional method which was earlier there, like the society people, no, one to one conversing kind of thing. The
Yes.
other person
Mhm.
tells you about that,
Somebody
I know
becomes a
what.
mediator and tells
Some
you.
mediator,
Mhm.
yeah. So that's how,
Mm.
like, we got married in that way only. So traditional method of
Mm.
marriage is always good, but today's scenario, I think people don't have time, first I feel. And then secondly, I feel that from college time itself, children have already chosen their partners. They do think that later, maybe after once I'll be settled and then I'll get married, but still the marriages are not very successful. That's the problem.
Mhm.
So when parents took decision in the past, I think those marriages were more stable than when children are taking their
Mhm.
own decisions. I don't say that they are always wrong, but still, somewhere in hurry and worry, or maybe in excitement, they take wrong decisions too, through this dating app, or maybe for any other things also, the other ways also. So traditional method of marriage, I also feel that it's something worth it, and
Mm.
that only should be followed, especially for the middle class families like us. But we need to think two times before looking for a
But
partner.
rich people are also extra cautious these days because they have to share their property. So they think a lot before going for someone. Absolutely, after marriage, you have to give the property to them, right? So it happens. In India, it's a culture of marriage. But if I talk about other countries, European countries, due to the fear of all these things, they don't even marry. They have kids, they are living together, but they don't want to do marriage. But it's completely just absurd. According to Indian culture, we believe in marriage and we want to have a family and the kids together, and we want to live live long forever. That's what our rule is. And we say like for the seven birth as well, we want to
Right,
like
right,
follow
right.
that further. So that is there, but nowadays it is not happening. But you need to be extra alert these days using these platforms. That's what I can say.
Very true. My daughter is in Sweden, so when she was doing
Hmm.
her MBA, that
Hmm.
time she told me that many friends, they are doing MBA with me. They have their father, their mother, their siblings, but their parents are not married. They are still unmarried. They are
Mm.
living together, and the children are doing MBA, but they haven't got married. So yeah, that is also one
Hmm.
culture. But I heard this for the very first time when I was in Sweden. Okay, so for us it is hard to digest, but still,
Yes.
yeah, every country has their own culture. For us, as you said, Saat Janmo Ka Bandhan. So yeah, we
Hmm.
certainly look for that. Yes. Okay, so we talked so much about our profession is teaching. You are
Mm.
also a teacher at present. I was a teacher, I am a teacher. So I want to know from you, because the definition of a teacher, according to me, changes when I think 30, 35 years back. Okay. So what are the qualities a teacher should have in present scenario, when I say there
Yeah.
are so many rules and regulations, yeah, there are so many foundations, even that teachers cannot be harsh in the classroom. Talking about even classroom situation or even offline teachers as well. So how would you describe a teacher's qualities these days?
Well, first of all, I'm not a full-fledged teacher. I'm a guide or I'm a mentor or just I'm working independently, right? So I
Hmm.
don't have any experience of working under a principal or working with the staff, right?
Hmm.
I'm on my
Hmm.
staff. I teach
Hmm.
students and I follow the rules whatever I want to. But being a teacher, first of all, I like one thing I want to say to the people, be passionate, become a passionate teacher. Don't choose as a last option. What I'm able to see these days in the society, when you're not able to become anything, you're not able to get any job, then you go for B.Ed or the DLED or just a BTC, then you want to become a teacher. So like how would you be able to help the future or
Hmm.
future of the country if you are choosing as a last option, right? You're doing as a formality now because you didn't get anything in your life and now you want to be a teacher. So first of all, become a passionate teacher. choose teaching profession if you are passionate about it, and if you have plans in your mind that how you are going to help kids, how you are going to help the students, how you are going to teach your just your subject in a different way, how will you able to teach in a different methods. You should have all those things in your mind. Don't become a teacher when you don't have anything else to do in your life. Okay, first point. Then second, patience matters the most being a teacher. As I remember, when I was a student, I was ready to choose any profession except being a teacher in my life. That's what I used to say to my friends, that I would become anything, but I wouldn't love to be a teacher. And I don't know, life throws you at you something different, so that you have to accept it. But now I'm just following it passionately. That's a different thing. So
Mm-hmm.
that is their patience. You have to be patient enough, and because there are 40 students, 50 students, everybody has their own pace of learning. So try to be respectful to each and every individual in the class. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
don't disrespect, don't treat everyone, don't treat everyone in the same way, don't be biased. Okay, that is there. Maybe you can have some favorite students because some of them are listening to you carefully and they are following whatever you say, but don't be biased to them. Try to understand their situation. Okay, don't think like whatever you are able to see from outside. Ask them what are the reasons they are not able to do well in their classes, then take decision, take actions on them. And third is just being a teacher, it is very important for you to be punctual. Okay, follow punctuality. If you are not coming on time, how can you expect from your student to be on time? Most of the teachers I see, they are talented, they have knowledge, but they are not punctual. They are not just taking their responsibility so seriously. They think like it's fine, I will teach one chapter in just 20 minutes. I don't need to go to just class every single day. So that is not at all good. So try to be patient enough being a teacher, be passionate, and be punctual. That's what the three qualities I would say. There are many things to follow on. Absolutely, being a teacher, it's always you need to be a learner as well. So that is the fourth one as well. Being a student can make you an amazing teacher every single day. It is not that you are a teacher and you don't need to learn. So these are
Mm-hmm.
the four things which I will talk about, which I talked about. And yeah, there are many more things to follow. Yeah.
One thing I picked from your own statement, you never wanted to
Mhm.
become a teacher. May I know why?
Because I felt it is a very difficult profession. I used to feel that every single day teacher have to give their interviews, and sometimes the students are checking them. And teacher doesn't mean that you know everything, right? Sometimes I was able to see some of the teachers who were in contract, who are experienced, well experienced teacher teaching for 20 years, 25 years, very
Mm-hmm.
easy for them, and they have their own aura as well. So
Right.
nobody goes against them. That is also one of the things, right? So, but if somebody is a new teacher or basically on the contract, students check them, student try to make fun of them, right? So I used to feel very bad about it, that I wouldn't be able to just go through those things. And every single day you have to be so much prepared
Mm-hmm.
from the topic you are going to teach. Suppose if you have prepared the first chapter and the second chapter you're not getting ready to teach, the students will say, "Oh, ma'am, didn't you prepare today?" "Sir, I think so. Like your preparation has ended now." So all these questions will come. Yeah, absolutely. They would think like it because now you're not prepared. That's why you are giving excuses, and all those things would happen. So that's why and we used to make fun of teachers as well by picking their nicknames or making some funny names because we were hostlers. And sometimes teachers would listen, but they wouldn't respond, and we would think like what kind of teacher is he, or we were enjoying because we were happy, oh, we said this. But later I understood now that even though it happens to me now, I didn't teach a lot of offline, but sometimes I do. Then I say like, be patient, your time will come and you will be also able to understand whatever I'm experiencing at this moment. And teacher used to say the same thing, that time will come and you will realize, and you would know that how to behave with the students and all those things. Because now I'm able to understand that they were quite true, and they didn't feel like reacting or responding because they were not kids. They were teachers and they were doing their
Mature
own
enough.
work. So
Yes.
Yeah, mature
Definitely.
enough. So that's what I can say. That's why I didn't feel like becoming a teacher in my life, because my goals were quite different. I wanted to be a cricketer, I wanted to be a singer, I wanted to be a cricket commentator, I wanted to be someone like, who is different from this academics or just education and all those things. So that is there. That's why I didn't feel like becoming a teacher ever.
Never too late to start anything. You can become a commentator even today also. Your English is so nice, and if you are
Thank you.
interested into, so you can certainly start this. Only the thing is that everything is decided by God, that what He has chosen for us.
Hmm.
We try in different or diverse fields, but we get what is our destiny actually. So
And
whatever.
sometimes you get the same thing, whatever your family profession is. I don't
Hmm.
come from a family of the businessmans or the people who were in different professions. In
Hmm.
my family, also, my grandparents, like one of them, she was a teacher. My sisters, they are teachers. So I come from a family where most of them are teachers. Uh,
Hmm.
that's the same thing comes at the end, that you become a teacher without knowing it. That is also there, right? We say,
Hmm.
like, if somebody takes birth in this Gupta family, we say like he'll go for the business for sure. It will be easy for him. He will pick up because he learned all those things since childhood. For me, it was more over a teacher. My sisters, like, teachers. They are teacher. Both of them are teachers. My cousins, they are teachers. They taught a lot. So all these things are there. That just, at the end of the day, you feel like, yeah, it's fine. You can be a teacher. Why not?
Last question, because time is about to get over. So before we wrap up the session, the last question, one message from Ashutosh for English learners in 2026, because those who are going to start their journey and those who are underconfident, those who have self-doubt, how would you address them?
Well, this is 2026, a new ray of hope, that every single day you can take it as a challenge and you can become better. As I am just, following the same, I want to become better every single day. So,
Mhm.
first of all, be motivated. Try to have motivation and at the same time, discipline. Motivation works for some time, but discipline you need to continue for very long. And just don't watch videos, take actions, believe in actions, taking actions every single day. If you want to be a good speaker, take a clip, try to shadow it. If you want to be a good speaker, take tongue twisters and practice them as much as you can. Read some books, get some words, try to use them while speaking English, okay? And don't forget to talk to people as much as you can. Don't give excuse that English is not your first language. You're not living in an environment where people can't speak English or people don't speak English. Speak with yourself. Talk to yourself, record yourself, listen to yourself, get feedback. When you will listen to yourself again and again, for sure you are going to get something that I need to improve here. If you're able to hire trainers like us, do it. It is not compulsory. I'm not compelling you to come to me. I will give you a medicine and you will become a better the speaker. No, not at all. Just if you're motivated and disciplined enough, for sure you can do it by yourself. So that take challenges every single day. Make a schedule that I need to give 30 minutes for this, 40 minutes for that. For sure you are going to make it happen because it is possible. Just everything is possible in this world until or unless someone achieved it, right? So that is there. Even though you can make your own path, you can have your own learning ways to become better. That's what I can say today. So all the best. Just rock on, take 2026 as a great opportunity, and you will be able to see the differences in yourself.
Wonderful, wonderful advice, Ashutosh. Awesome insights you threw today. And if learners really follow it, because they always quit before they start. They always think it's not a cup of tea for me. English is not our first language, as you said. Learning second language is the beauty of no learned people like you have studied mother tongue. Everybody has learned. Learn the other language. English is something global language, so everybody should learn. And it's just I feel that at least manageable English they can learn within 4 to 5 months. They just have to be consistent, isn't it?
Exactly. And we are fortunate enough to get English subject since childhood. So we don't have to put a lot of efforts to learn
So
this
true.
language. Already we know like how to read, how to write, and how to understand. Only we need to work on speaking skills, right?
Right. We just have to train our muscles. Thank you so much, Ashutosh, for being here on my channel. Thank you so much. May God bless you. 2026 should be an awesome year for you. May God bless you with all the happiness. Thank you so much. Bye bye, Ashutosh.
Thank you so much.